Okay, road trip started. We left San Francisco this morning and made our way to the Pacific Coast Highway, and we are now driving along the Pacific Coast Highway. We got the GoPro a little bit too late, so we missed some of the views because silly me packed it in the luggage, forgetting that I wanted to do GoPro videos. And now we're coming up to a stoplight, and it looks like the views will come back soon. It's still quite slow, but you can see it's very foggy on the Pacific, and there's quite a bit of surfers out today. We saw them up the coast closer to SanFran earlier, but I think it's a bit colder up there surfing than it is down here. Now, I hope you can see this guy. He's walking with his surfboard, the older man, and looking very fit and ready to be surfing. Oh, and there's even a fisherman. Look at that. He's trying to catch fish on the shoreline. Very cool. I guess this is what you do when you live on the Pacific coast. There's not so much fog. You can see the waves crashing. Yeah, some big waves coming in. Not big enough for the surfers, but it's big enough for me not to go in that water. Look at that. There's someone out there. It looks like it's low tide. People are going in and looking for animals. That's real. I love doing that. That's really nice. The first time I did that was in Ireland. We did a little bit of a detour, and we're coming up to this beautiful lighthouse. And to the right here is the coast. Oh, we can sit on that bench there and have a nice little view of everything. Yeah. Oh, I see something out in the ocean there. It might be a sea lion, or is it a surfer? Oh, look at these flowers. They're stunning. This is the lighthouse. I hope you get a good view of it, that I'm pointing it in the right direction. Then, the houses here are not so... Ah, these are hostels, so it's for registered guests. I'd be afraid to stay here, to be quite honest. I actually heard a woman talking. She used the restroom, and apparently the restroom has no plumbing. So that's would be quite an adventure. I have to say I'm happy to report that I do not need to use the restrooms. A bit about the facts of the lighthouse. I don't know if you're getting a good view of this, but it's called the Pigeon Point Light Station, and it was first lit in on November 15th, 1872. Oh, excuse me. Wow. It went in the 70s, 1872 to 1880. It was oil. The lantern was illuminated by oil. Then it graduated to kerosene. Then it graduated to, in the 1920s to 1970s, electricity. Ah, so it progressed with the years as it went by. And now I will go closer to the cliffs. Take a picture of the beautiful rocks. It's not as windy on this side, so there is some turbulence in the water, but not as much as on the other side that we videoed earlier. And the beautiful flowers continue this way. Such a beautiful bird overlooking this wild herb garden. And we are taking our final shot of the lighthouse as we head to the hotel for the night. Stay tuned. Okay, people, we have checked into our hotel, and we took a nice walk down this trail over there that you can see, and a man coming down, which is not even 5 minutes, and here we are at the beachfront. It is just stunning, and it looks like the sunset's going to happen in a few hours, and I think from this vantage point it will be a beautiful sunset coming up.
Beautiful house is always vacant.
Is it always vacant?
Always vacant. Come here every afternoon. I say, what a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. Yeah. Apparently, this beautiful house is always vacant. Nobody's living there. And it's a pretty big house. I wonder what's why. And I just had a conversation with that man walking past there. Seems like a very nice man. He walks here every afternoon. Christian is like, what? How did that happen? Okay, people, I decided to do a little bit of a recording here because it's a huge wave area and the waves are coming in and smashing those rocks. Look at that.
Oh my God, all this excitement has made us hungry, so we need to continue on this path in search for a restaurant and get something to eat. With these beautiful views, who wants to stop?